Can we just admit for a second that PETA was right? I know this is going to sound like I'm doing this on purpose to upset the masses, and maybe it is to some degree, because I cannot believe that people would get this worked up in spite of all that's going on in the world, in spite of the fact that there's moderators, and all the illegal shit they do. People are upset because PETA, and we know how PETA is. PETA is a radical vegan slash animal rights group, would have something negative to say about Steve Irwin. Now, do I hate Steve Irwin? Of course not. He seemed like a really nice guy. He had a loving family. He had a wife that adored him. He had I don't even remember how many kids he had, but I know he had a son. I don't really know that much about him to make a moral assessment of his character. What I do know about him is that he had a show, and he was this very energetic Australian guy that would go around harassing animals for educational purposes. It wasn't like he was just, pranking them, but he would get up in their business, and I'm pretty sure those animals did not appreciate that. Is that any reason to, make fun of him? Is that any reason to, kick him while he's down and dead? No, of course not. But you have to put it into perspective. PETA is an animal rights group. Steve Irwin made his living going around sticking thumbs up animals' buttholes for educational videos. It would stand to reason PETA's not going to like him very much. And regardless of whether or not Steve Irwin was kind to animals, regardless of whether or not he was good at what he did in educating people about animals, you have to expect that kind of reaction from PETA given those circumstances. It's just basic rationality. If you at all agree with PETA on that kind of fringe element veganism, that fringe element animal rights, you kind of have to expect that, and I would expect you to agree with PETA on that. So I don't understand this fallout that PETA is getting for something they've always done. They've always done this. This isn't new. And that brings me to what it's really about, is that people are getting upset about shit that it's always been that way. And they never got upset about it before. Why don't they get upset about moderators? I mean, fucking hell. If they're going to get upset about shit that's been around for a long time, get upset about that. I would appreciate that. But no, of course not. That'd make too much sense. Why? When they can get upset about fucking, PETA of all things. Who gives a shit about PETA? Obviously they do. But why? Why? It's like with Roseanne. Roseanne has always talked out of her asshole. But now because she talked out of her asshole to that, Donkey Kong lookalike, or the fact that, she talked out of her asshole about Trump and tweeted something, all of a sudden now she's not fit for TV. Even though she is the same person she was 20 years ago. Her show was basically the same show it was 20 years ago. But for reasons, no. That's the way people are now, where they're literally upset about something that happened yesterday, and it's the same shit, but now they're going to have a little fit about it. That's fucking stupid. You're stupid. If you're upset with PETA, you're stupid.